Alright, hopefully, I thought it better to make this video rather than take photos, so hopefully this will make sense. Just imagine the batteries in place. But keep in mind my batteries, since this isn't the stock battery to this truck, I've had to flip it the other way. Normally the ground is nearest the fender and the positive is nearest the engine. But it's the opposite way, the way I have it set up, so I had to readjust how I connect the positive and negative terminals. Okay. This is the positive cable. The opposite end should lead to the starter if I'm not mistaken. And this extra connection also goes to the positive battery terminal. Actually, there's two more. Okay, so this one I had to do, probably have the similar situation as you, but in my case, it was the previous owner. This truck was just, the wiring was just like a lot of it was burnt and frayed and all that. But anyway, so this single wire, it splits off into two. This connection splits off into two, and I had to I used you know, those typical let's see, so, you know, the typical crimps that we use for electrical stuff. You know what I'm talking about, all these different crimps that you can splice in two connections in together. Well, I used something like that I got from Lowe's or Home Depot. It's copper, it's like solid copper, and it was big enough to accommodate this thicker cable along with these two, because the standard ones that I just showed you over there, they're just way too small. Anyway, if we look over here, I'll try to flip the phone this way so everything makes sense. So again, the second cable feeds into the harness, this thicker harness over here, and it's actually two wires, two white wires with a white, two white wires with a blue stripe running down them. That's where those two go. Hopefully that makes sense. And this other small one, I wish I had never used this type of electrical tape. It's like cloth. At the time when I first got it, I thought, man, this will look good, it'll protect stuff, and it does, but it's so difficult to get off because it's so sticky. So I'm not 100% sure what color this cable actually is, but one end of this is the other fusible link, and this just slides off like so, and that way this is where you can see what it looks like. That way you know what to get. It's two-pronged. I can get her in there. I'll try. Okay, so again, one end goes to the battery, positive battery terminal, and the other end is also that thick white wire. But by the looks of it, this one's solid. Yeah, this one's just a solid wire, and it feeds through the back of between the radiator and the grill, and feeds that way towards the ignition coils and ignition control modules. The second fusible link, it also has two of those same thick white wires, and they're also coming from that same harness, the one that feeds between the radiator and the grill. So again, we look at those, and they feed into this fusible link, or this portion of it, and the other end is over here. I'm trying to remember as closely as I can, as best I can. I want to say, don't quote me because I could be wrong, that they might feed into the distributor. But the other connection, the wires that you just showed me, that connection is right here. I'm gonna try to unplug this real quick by hand, but I'll need both hands. Okay. So this one should have, by the looks of it, it's an 8-prong connection. So I'll try to work out, keep it as steady as possible, and do the top numbers, the ones that are above, from left to right. From left to right. So the top one, white wire with a black stripe, and maybe a little red dot every inch or so. And the second wire is blue with a black stripe running all the way down, and a little red dot every inch or so. The next wire is yellow with a blue stripe running all the way down, and a red dot every inch or so. The last one, trying to clean this up, is black with a solid pink stripe running all the way down. Now that's from I guess what we would consider the top end of this harness. All those wires would go on the top. The other side, from the opposite end, it's still from left to right, but from the other side, from the underside. It's so tough to get these clean. They're so dirty. It's red with a black stripe running down the whole thing, and then two black dots every inch or so. Next one is yellow with a red stripe running all the way down, and then a red dot every inch or so. Next one is really light green with a red stripe running down the whole thing, and then a red dot every inch or so. The last one, it's kind of buried in there. The last one is yellow. Son of a gun. The last one is yellow with a black stripe running down. And a red dot, or red dots every inch or so. And that, again, that harness feeds down in this direction. I have so much junk here now that wasn't there before that it's hard to bleed it, find out where it leads exactly. I have so many cables down here anyway, now. But if that's from the looks of your video, this kind of looks like that's what this is. These are the wires you were talking about, or some of them anyway. Those are the only ones I can see on my truck. I don't know how much more different yours is. Trying to connect all these is not fun. Okay.